There is something that happens to your body every single night, something so quiet and gradual that most people never notice it. And yet, over the years, this one thing can shape how you feel when you wake up, how your joints move in the morning, how your mind clears after rest, and even how your body handles the slow wear of aging. I have spent decades watching patients come in with complaints that seem unrelated on the surface. Things like persistent fatigue, stiffness that takes hours to fade, digestion that feels sluggish no matter what they eat, and sleep that never quite feels restorative. And what I have found, time and again, is that many of these issues trace back to something remarkably simple, something that happens during the night hours when the body is supposed to be healing itself. What I want to share with you today is not a dramatic revelation. It is not a miracle cure or some hidden secret that the medical world is keeping from you. It is simply a habit, a small adjustment to how you prepare your body for sleep that most doctors do not mention because it falls outside the usual conversation. When you visit a physician, the focus tends to be on medications, test results, symptoms that can be measured and treated. There is rarely enough time in a short appointment to talk about what happens in those quiet hours between midnight and dawn when your body is doing some of its most important work. And so this particular habit slips through the cracks, unmentioned, even though it can make a meaningful difference over time. Let me explain what I mean by walking you through what actually happens when you sleep, particularly as you move past 60. Your body does not simply shut down at night. In many ways, it becomes more active in certain areas. Your cells repair themselves. Your brain clears out waste products that accumulate during the day. Your muscles relax and recover from whatever strain you placed on them. Your digestive system processes the last of what you ate. Your circulatory system continues its endless work, though your heart rate slows and your blood pressure dips in a natural rhythm. All of this happens automatically, without you having to think about it. But here is the problem. As we age, these nighttime processes do not work quite as efficiently as they once did. The body still tries to do the same work, but it meets more resistance, more inflammation, more sluggishness in the systems that used to run smoothly. What I have seen over the years is that many people your age do not realize how much their evening routine, particularly in the hour before sleep, affects how well these processes unfold. There is one habit in particular that seems to help the body settle into a state where repair and recovery can happen more effectively. And that habit is simply this: allowing your body to cool down gradually and intentionally before you fall asleep. Not through extreme measures, not through cold showers or ice packs, but through gentle, natural cooling that signals to your system that night has arrived and it is time to shift into a different mode. This might sound too simple to matter, but let me explain why it does. Your body temperature follows a natural cycle throughout the day. It rises in the morning, peaks in the late afternoon, and then begins to drop in the evening as you approach sleep. This drop in core temperature is one of the signals your brain uses to initiate the deeper stages of sleep, the stages where the most restorative work happens. When this temperature drop is disrupted, which is very common in older adults, sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less effective. You might fall asleep easily enough, but you do not stay in those deep phases long enough for your body to complete its repair work. And so you wake up feeling like you never quite rested, even if you were in bed for 8 hours. What disrupts this natural cooling? Many things. Heated bedrooms, heavy blankets, eating large meals close to bedtime, which raises your metabolic rate and keeps your core temperature elevated. Drinking alcohol in the evening, which initially makes you feel warm and drowsy but interferes with your body's ability to regulate temperature through the night. Wearing thick sleepwear that traps heat against your skin. These are all common habits, and none of them are harmful in an obvious way. But together, they can prevent your body from doing what it needs to do during sleep. The habit I am describing is not complicated. It simply involves making small adjustments to help your body cool down naturally in the hour before bed. This might mean lowering the temperature in your bedroom slightly, even just a few degrees. It might mean switching to lighter bedding or sleepwear made from breathable materials. It might mean finishing your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you intend to sleep, giving your digestive system time to settle before your body begins its nightly work. It might mean taking a brief walk in the cooler evening air, or simply sitting quietly without stimulation, allowing your system to wind down. These are not dramatic changes. They are gentle shifts that support what your body is already trying to do. Why do doctors rarely mention this? The honest answer is that medical training focuses heavily on disease and treatment, not on the subtle rhythms of daily life. Temperature regulation during sleep is well understood in research settings, but it does not translate easily into a prescription or a procedure. There is no pill for this. There is no test to run. And so it simply does not come up in the average appointment, where time is limited and the focus is on more urgent concerns. It is not that doctors do not care or that this information is being hidden. It is simply that the structure of modern medicine does not leave much room for conversations about how to prepare your body for sleep. But the effects of this simple habit accumulate over time. When your body can drop into deeper sleep more consistently, several things begin to change. Inflammation, which tends to increase with age and contributes to joint pain, stiffness, and slower healing, becomes more manageable. Your body produces more of the hormones involved in tissue repair, which means muscles recover better and minor aches fade more quickly. Your brain has more time to clear out the metabolic waste that builds up during waking hours, which supports clearer thinking and steadier mood. Your digestive system functions more smoothly when it is not competing with elevated core temperature for resources. Even your blood pressure, which naturally dips at night in a healthy pattern, can stabilize when sleep quality improves. None of this happens overnight, of course. The body does not reset itself after one good night of sleep. What I have seen in my own experience is that people who make these small adjustments consistently, night after night, begin to notice gradual changes over weeks and months. They wake up feeling slightly more rested. The morning stiffness does not last as long. Their energy holds steadier through the day. Their digestion becomes more predictable. These are not miraculous transformations. They are simply the result of giving the body what it needs to do its work properly. I think it is worth mentioning that this habit works best when it becomes part of a broader evening routine. The body responds well to consistency. When you follow the same pattern each night, lowering the lights, stepping away from screens, allowing the room to cool, eating earlier and lighter, your system begins to anticipate what is coming. It starts the process of winding down before you even get into bed. This anticipation is powerful. It primes the body for deeper rest and more efficient repair. Over time, it becomes automatic, and you may find that you fall asleep more easily and wake less often during the night. There is also something to be said for the psychological effect of this kind of routine. When you take the time to prepare your body for sleep, you are sending yourself a message that rest matters, that your health is worth the attention. This is not a trivial thing. Many people your age have spent decades putting the needs of work, family, and obligations ahead of their own rest. They have learned to push through fatigue, to ignore the signals their body sends, to treat sleep as something that happens when everything else is done. Shifting that pattern, even slightly, can change how you relate to your own well-being. I want to be clear that this habit is not a cure for serious medical conditions. If you have chronic pain, significant sleep disorders, or other health concerns, those need to be addressed with appropriate care. But for the many people who simply feel tired, stiff, sluggish, and worn down in ways that do not seem to have a clear cause, this simple adjustment to the evening routine can be surprisingly helpful. It costs nothing. It requires no special equipment. It fits easily into the life you are already living. What I hope you take from this is not a sense of urgency or pressure, but a quiet awareness. Your body is still working hard every night to repair itself, to clear out what does not belong, to prepare you for another day. And you can support that work in small, meaningful ways. You do not need to overhaul your life. You do not need to follow complicated protocols. You simply need to let your body cool down, to create the conditions where deep rest becomes possible again. Over time, that rest adds up. It becomes the foundation for how you feel, how you move, how you age. And it all starts with something as simple as paying attention to the temperature of your room, the weight of your blanket, and the timing of your last meal. That is the habit doctors rarely talk about, not because it does not matter, but because no one ever asks.